Hey everybody, this is Gradigi with another HeroClix review. This is a continuation on from last week's Alter Ego review. I'll be doing the more superhero, because last week I did the Citizen review. So this week will be the Alter Ego reviews, and I'll just put them out there. As Bruce Wayne, of course, is Batman. Clark Kent is Superman, Diana Prince is Wonder Woman, and Jason Blood is Etrigan. And a lot of people are actually thrown off by the inclusion of Etrigan. And if you want to watch the first one, I shall put it right about here. Click right there. Right there is where you should click. In this general area. But in that last video, I explained the mechanics, how it worked, and some of the funner things to do with them. But let's just jump right in with Batman, everyone's favorite. This Batman threw a lot of people off. I really like the sculpt. I like the fact that he was like pulling on his cape, and I put my hand back there because if not, it doesn't focus. I like the fact that he's pulling on his cape like he just got done dressing. It's really nice. That shows, he just transformed into Batman, which is, the whole thing behind it. And if you notice, it is blue and gray, like an older Batman. So, it is supposed to be an older style Batman. The other Batman from the Batman Green Arrow Duo Fig is also in the gray and blue, I believe. I'd have to look. I did pull him too, so you may see him at some point. But let's just go right in. 10-10-16-3 with Charge, Mastermind, and Exploit Weakness. The Mastermind threw off a lot of people. Wasn't sure why they gave him Mastermind, but it kind of works out. It's the power that whenever they gave it to him, it's called Know Your Ally's Strength. And then Exploit Weakness is Knowing Your Enemy's Weakness. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then the Great Detective. He actually gets Perplex, and then, yes, I'm Batman, Close Combat Expert. Funny stuff. But let's click on through. After that click, it's Combat Reflexes. So he has an essential 18 defense there, Close Combat. And he does have Batman Enemy, of course. Back to Mastermind. Mastermind with Perplex. And then there's where his Alter Ego click is. That's actually the highest point of attack he has, which is really strange. That they would start the 48-point version of him out with a higher attack value than the 72-point version of him. So, I don't know. I'm not with kids. But there's his Perplex. There's where you see that pop up with Toughness. And then after that point, he turns into just a lunge. He wants lunge, basically. Leap Climb, Close Combat Expert with 10 attack and 17 defense with Toughness. And you can lunge and Close Combat Expert. So you can move 2 spaces, then do a nice big 4 damage. He moves from Toughness to Combat Reflexes, and then more Combat Reflexes, and then dead. So he's pretty thick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clicks. And 4 of the clicks are Alter Ego. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's actually the most of all the Alter Ego clicks. I believe the other 3 only have 3 clicks. Let's look at Superman, who was really the biggest disappointment to me. Of course, he's ripping open his shirt. And a lot of people were complaining about the fact that Clark Kent's suit is blue and his is not. But that's not a big deal. If you really want it blue, if you really want it blue, paint it. Stop complaining, paint it. Of course, he has flight, 8 range, 2 lightning bolts. Also, the normal 8 or 6 range is gone off him. 2 lightning bolts, which kind of confused some people too. But he starts out with 9 attack. Did I mention he is 216 points? Got the Superman team ability. 216 points starting off with a 9 attack. What kind of crap is that? I'm not sure. But I don't like it. 18 defense with Impervious, 4 damage, hypersonic. He's pretty much your usual Superman. Nothing really spectacular about him. There's where he gets a little damage bump. He's pushing a potential of 7 there with hypersonic, which is pretty nice, but then he loses impervious, so he's going to take damage. There's his last, and if you noticed, he only has super strength for 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks, so kinda bad. But he does, I mean, he keeps up the damage output. I'm not saying his damage output is bad. It's just odd that he doesn't have super strength as like a trait, because Power Girl does. Oh well, let's hurry up and get through this one. I do not enjoy the Superman at all. And then there's his alter ego starting dial. He has charge for 10 movement, 4 damage, which is pretty nice. But he's only got 3 clicks. So you're paying 48 points for 4 clicks with 1 click charge, 8 range, 4 damage, and 17 defense with toughness. You'd think the Man of Steel would have a little bit better than toughness, but for 48 points, what do you want? So let's move on to her. I really like this sculpt because she's like pulling her hair out of the bun. She's pulling her hair out of the bun there, and she's still got her glasses in her hand. It's just kind of cool. I just like that little dynamic. And she's actually, I think she's more devastating than Superman could ever really hope to be. She has super strength, flurry, 4 damage. It's just really nice that, you know, they gave her that combo, and she has a higher attack starting out than him. 9, 10, 17, 4 with flurry, super strength, and invuln. The only thing I don't like about her is she only has 1 click invuln, and then she loses it. But, I mean, with super strength, 4 damage, and flurry, she has a potential of 10 damage. 10 damage. That will cripple any Fig. It's vicious. It really is for that, you know, for that point cost, for 108 points. She is the only one that didn't get a team ability out of the 4 of them, though, which was a little strange. And he's the only one who did for the alter egos, Mystics. But I like her a little more than I like him. He kind of sucks compared to her. So 9, 10, 17, 4. And then she's pushing a potential of 5 damage there, which is pretty nice. Still pushing a 4 damage if you got an item. And then she gets a thing called Lasso Punch. Basically, what it lets you do is, say someone's 2 squares from her, you roll an attack roll. Oh no, you don't even have to roll an attack roll. You automatically move them adjacent to you, and then you get to make an attack as a free action. So you just pull them 2 squares in, punch them. And she has, I don't think she has super strength at the same time. No. But it does take a power action, so she doesn't have super strength, and she can't use it with charge, so don't even try. And then she gets defend. She has defend the rest of the dial. She has that lasso punch for a while. Plasticity, of course. She might have 4 clicks too. 1, 2, 3. No, just 3. But there's her, the beginning of her alter ego click. Still pumping a 5 damage is pretty nice for, I mean, that's a potential 5 damage for how many points? 32. So, and then here's Etrigan. And really the only thing that would even begin to hint that he's Jason Blood is, pretty sure the purple robe becomes the purple cloak. Not a terrible amount to talk about with this guy. He's kind of iffy, but he's only 136 points at max. But I think I'd rather play her over him. He starts out with this, the white box is Prop Control and Perplex. So that's kind of nice. I mean, there's really nothing spectacular about him, except for that white box. I want to use this Fig just for that white box. He has Energy Explosion with Penetrating, but he's only got 4 range, so you're not going to be able to take advantage of it very much. Of course, you can Perplex it up, and then he gets Regen with Blade's Claws. Stuff like that. I mean, not a whole lot to talk about with this Fig. He's kind of underrated for his point cost. But the cool thing is, this Agile Rapscallion uses his talent in Hellfire Burn with an ill turn, his enemies spurned. Oh, that memorable season of Rhyme or Reason. They all rhyme, which is cool. So, there you go. There's the alter egos, front and back. Have fun with them. I have. I've only been able to transform once, but I hope to do it more. So, play on, guys.